if Sword and Shield 2, or even if Sword and Shield 2 is the next game, do you think they are scheming up making Gen 4 remakes right now?
Oh.
For the viewers at home, Gen 4, Diamond and Pearl remakes. DS games, first Pokemon games on the DS.
Dialga?
Dialga? Yes, sir.
That's a hard one, because it feels, at least to me, from my perspective, it feels like they didn't really want to make Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
You think so?
Yeah. But, I don't know. If they feel like they're going to get enough money out of it, yeah, they're going to. Like, and they will get enough money out of it. So let me change my answer. Yes.
When you put it all together, yes.
I don't think they should. I don't think they'll be, unless they completely reframe who is working on it and what's going on there. I think that it's going to be an experience that maybe like stirs up that nostalgia in you, and you're like, oh cool, I remember when I walked in this route for the first time with my Piplup. But it's not going to be innovative or cool. It's just going to kind of be like, cool, I'm doing the same thing again and giving you money for the same thing again. So I think it'd be great if they did it and they did it awesomely, but I don't think they're going to do it awesomely. I think it's just going to be another rehash of stuff we've already seen, and that's a little disappointing for me.
I think when you put it like that, it is a lot more depressing, because every time I've had this conversation about Diamond and Pearl, it's been a question of will they? Never has it come to my mind should they, which is kind of sad. I brought this up on a podcast before with Sam, and he said one of his buddies pitched the idea that they might do Let's Go Diamond and Pearl.
Oh god.
And that would be I would
love that.
I think that would be the most soul crushing thing for Game Freak to do. But at the same time, like the same time when he said that, it wasn't even like a, oh, that would be awful, you know, they would never do that though. Like, it's definitely on the table. Somebody has pitched that at Game Freak. I feel like. So, Brock.
Okay, well, I enjoy
Let's... Isaiah, go ahead. You enjoy Let's Go Eevee? Let's hear about it.
I do enjoy Let's Go Eevee.
Okay.
I never played Pokemon Red.
And I think you're the target market, though. I think their Game Freak is... I don't even know if Game Freak is the one who developed that. Is that confirmed that Game Freak? Okay, they did? Okay, I just didn't... Because I know they were like, oh, this isn't a main series Pokemon game, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't know if they were that separate from it. But... So yes, Isaiah, I think you are literally the target market, though, for Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, aimed at people who haven't played Pokemon a lot.
It would kind of suck if they only marketed games who, like, have only towards the people that have grown up playing the games. It's hard to build a new audience when you only build the games for that audience.
That's true.
Nothing against. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say nothing against people who like grew up with the game and stuff, but like. Me, just an example. My first game was Sun and Moon. No. My first game was, what was before Sun and Moon? It was like
Omega.
Like Rubies. Yeah, I got one of those, and I played that one because Jackson gave it.
Yeah, I remember.
And everyone else played Pokemon. I was like, oh sure, I want to try. But it was really hard for me to get into it at first because like a lot of the stuff I was like, it was really tricky to get into. Felt pretty overwhelmed.
I feel that.
But Pokemon Eevee is very nice. It guided me. See some characters. Like, I didn't know who Brock was. I knew Brock.
Oh, me either, dude.
Wow. Dude.
Oh,
I didn't until this podcast.
Dude,
like
nobody
Misty?
knows who Brock is.
I didn't know Misty. I didn't know Professor Shock. What's his name? Surge, Mr. Surge.
Professor Shock, the Shocker.
Dude, all of these characters that I was like assumed to know, but I don't know. It was nice.
Yeah, I vibe with that, and like I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure you are like the direct target market, and your point about Pokemon like shouldn't be just only directed to people who are Pokemon fans. Honestly, they're at a weird impasse with who they want their target market to be, because it seems like they want the best of both worlds, because they every trailer for Sword and Shield, and even I think in Sun and Moon, where they bring up, they're like, if this is, your 100th Pokemon game or this is your first Pokemon game, this is going to be a damn good game. You're really going to enjoy this. So they bring up the fact that they're like, they bring up the fact that like this could be your first Pokemon game and you'll love it. But they also do like the Gen 1 like boomer pandering at the same time. And it's like, they want the best of both worlds. Like they assume like, oh, we're gonna get the Gen 1 so our old fans love us, but we're gonna make all this new stuff so new, like, 10-year-old kids love us. But then, it doesn't mesh well and like nobody likes it. That's what it feels like, because Pokemon fans complain when Gen 1 is crammed in their faces. Fucking Professor Oak is back for the 10 millionth time! Why is he the face of Pokemon Home? That makes no damn sense! Who cares about fucking Professor Oak anymore? Why? Go away! He's in Sun and Moon, he's in Let's Go, and now he's back in Pokemon Home for Gen 8. I don't understand what they're doing. Anyways, that is a completely different thing. But, like, long-time Pokemon fans, they don't want Gen 1. That's not what they want. And little Timmy here doesn't give a damn about Pokemon. He plays Fortnite. So both of their target audiences are pissed at them, or they don't care. It's like, what are we doing here? They don't know shit. They just make these games, hope people buy them, and then fucking Sword and Shield's the fastest selling Switch game of all time. So they're like, cool, it's working, do it more. Fucking hell. I'm pissed now.
You're doing something right, because people are buying them.
My face is legit like all red right now. Brock, do you think the Gen 4 remakes are coming? And if they're coming, do you think it's going to be Let's Go Diamond and Pearl?
I do think they're coming because it's money. But do I think it's going to be like Let's Go? I don't think they would. If they're going to do no Let's Go, it has to be Johto.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do end up making Gen 4 remakes, I just hope it's going to be like Oraz, I guess.
So
it's
my question. So Brock, have you played Oraz?
Yeah, I've played every mainline.
Okay.
Up until Sword and Shield.
How do you feel about Oraz? You think it's good or bad?
I found it to be pretty decent.
Decent. Okay.
I mean, I'm not very judgmental.
Critical with Pokemon games.
Very critical. Unless
I feel that.
Very
okay.
big issues with it that I have. It's like I still go back and play it versus like Sun and Moon.
Yeah, I feel that. But basically, I was just kind of getting at, because I know people have looked down upon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire ever came out, and I just want to come from a place of like, I don't necessarily know why, because maybe I'm in the minority here, because I never actually played the original Ruby and Sapphire, at least when I was growing up. I went back and played them later in life, so maybe that's like the reason why I actually had a decent time playing through Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I actually played competitive and did shiny hunting and all that in that game. So personally, I think if the Diamond and Pearl remakes happened and they were in the style of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I think I'd have a good time with that game.
I would be fine with it.
Omega Ruby,
very middle of the road.
They seem like decent, faithful remakes, and they have enough like differences that they seem interesting. And one thing, I will die on this hill: if the Diamond and Pearl remakes happen, if they are in the style of an actual remake, not Let's Go, and there is not Mega Evolution in it, I'm gonna be mad.
Can I jump in on the talking about Oraz real quick?
Yes, please do. Go for it.
I am someone who does not like it very much.
You do not like it. So like,
I do not.
You don't like it as in like during your initial playthrough, you're like, what the fuck am I playing? Or like, did you beat it and then you look back on it and you're like, yeah, that wasn't great?
No, it was definitely while I was playing it.
Okay.
And it's not that it's bad.
Okay.
It is objectively not a bad game, I think. But it also felt like the start of, and X and Y was kind of this way too, but it felt like the start of those games that that string of Pokemon games that were just really subpar. A big thing that I didn't like about it was that it was too similar to the other games. Like there was the cool, like after story kind of thing with Zinnia and whatever, like
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Hunting Rayquaza and all that. And there's like the really weird and kind of unnecessary plot line in the middle of the game with the Lotties that give you a really powerful
Oh yeah, where they're
Pokemon
like,
for no reason.
here's Mega Latios, you can fly on him.
Fly forever.
Yeah.
And, you know, the thing that I liked about the other two remakes was that it added content in kind of a meaningful way. Between the Sevii Islands, which, as up until that point, you know, it's kind of unheard of because it was the first remake of the game and all that kind of thing. And all of the extra stuff that Heart Gold Soul Silver added, ORAS just kind of didn't meet that mark for me.
Okay.
And I hope that if they do a remake, I hope that it'll be sort of like it, but I don't know. I don't want it to be exactly like ORAS. I want it to bring something, like we can remake Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum all we want, but I want it to have like a little bit that makes it special to me.
You don't want it to just be like a fresh coat of paint. Like you want it to like actually have things to do.
Yeah, give me something new, something that makes it exciting, and a reason why I'd buy this one instead of just replaying the game that I already have.
I can feel that, yeah. I think I'm on the same side as that. I think it would be nice, even if it was like a faithful remaster, like all they do is just, you know, new graphics, you know, add like a tiny bit of things like they did Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I think I'd be okay with that. I'd be happy with that game playing it. I love Diamond and Pearl, Sinnoh region. But my worry is that they do remake it and they kind of like take it down a notch, because one thing I've talked about a lot with Jackson, his main thing, he brings it up every time we talk about a Diamond and Pearl remake. He was like, you know what they're gonna do for Diamond and Pearl remakes? They're gonna, at the old chateau, like in the Eterna Forest, he's like, for some reason there's going to be an NPC outside and they're gonna be like, whoa, little Timmy, don't go in here because there's ghosts and shit. And he's gonna be like, just so you know, there's like this weird appearance, there's like this TV upstairs, and if you go knock on it at this direct time, there's this orange guy, he just might come out, but I don't know, it's just a rumor. So like basically his whole thing is that they're gonna dumb it down, and it's not gonna be like a faithful remaster. They're not gonna keep all that like original kind of Sinnoh love they have in there, like kind of like we were saying, like a lot of the games are kind of subpar, and they kind of want to make it like I don't know, there's just a lot different, and they're not as difficult, things like that. And not to say Diamond and Pearl is like the hardest game in the world or anything, but I think it's like a widely known internet meme that the Cynthia fight is pretty tough, at least like your first go through it when you're like 10. So stuff like that, I'm just afraid that they would not recreate it in such a way that would be meaningful and kind of like respectful to the original games. That's what I would be worried about. And honestly, if they do make a Diamond and Pearl remake and it's supposed to be a serious one and it isn't good, there might be like a fatal blow to Pokemon. Like that might be one of the last nails in the coffin for a lot of people. If they try to cash in on Sinnoh nostalgia and it fails, it could be kind of a death blow to Game Freak, honestly. Like, I don't think they'll ever be down and out. Like, Pokemon is one of the most successful franchises ever, like across all the shit they have. But I think that would really like make a lot of fans not trust Game Freak anymore, personally. That's what I think. I don't know if anybody can, yeah.
I have one piece of advice for Game Freak, and that is please make a good game.
Please.
Because it's like,
I'm happy. If it's a good game, man, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a perfect game, just a good one.
Retweet. Isaiah?
Hi.
Have you ever played the original Diamond and Pearl?
No.
Do you know anything about it?
ADP.
Yes. Arceus Dialga So if there was a Diamond and Pearl remake and it was like a serious remake, so it wasn't like Let's Go, would you be interested in it as a like semi Pokemon fan?
Jigglypuff was in that one.
Yes.
I'd probably be in.
Probably.
I don't know. It's just another Pokemon game. I'd probably get it.
That was so sad. It's just another Pokemon. I'll probably get it.
I mean,
yeah.
Okay, here's the deal, yo. Every time a new one of these comes out, the same game.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, that's the deal. I signed up for this when
Yeah.
I started getting into Pokemon. And you know, I've kind of just come to terms with it. It's like I'm enjoying playing a new version of this every time, and I'm kind of for that experience. I'm okay with that.
I can respect that. I mean, honestly, that's probably where the people are at. Like, the people who are excited for Sword and Shield, the people who are excited for the DLC, people who are excited for Home, like, that's probably the mindset they're in, where it's just like, fuck it, whatever. I'm in for the long haul at this point. That's pretty much where I am. I think I'm just more vocal on the bullshit. But I'm still, like, no matter what happens, like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'll buy Sword and Shield 2, sure. I'll buy Let's Go Diamond, sure.